T7M Radio brings to you the best of 7 sports talk with 7 Mitchell.
Yo, this is the best of 7 sports talk. 7 Mitchell, man. T7M Radio, man. We chopping it up. Let's get into the NFL, fellas. Before we get into the Week 10 predictions, Ezekiel Elliott of the Dallas Cowboys has been suspended again. It look like the 6 games have been upheld again. What's your thoughts on that, Raj, with the Cowboys? Because you're a big-time Cowboys fan.
Get that bum off the field. Get that woman beater off the field, man.
Wow.
Listen, now we going to see what the real team in the NFC do. We missed their 8-1. You know, my man Carson Wentz, midseason MVP, the whole 9 yards. We going to see. Watch what we do to Dallas. And I hope Des Bryant is 100%, because if not, man, our secondary is aiming for him too.
First of all, what are you talking about? Mr. Wentz in a lifetime is the midseason MVP. You forgot about Tom Brady?
He right now he's better than Tom Brady.
Yeah, please.
Oh my God!
Please. See, this is ridiculous right now. This is what I was afraid was going to happen on the show today. Are you kidding me?
Blasphemous.
They have probably the best defense. You guys have the best defense in the NFL. A crazy wide receiver core. You look at Tom Brady, who lost Edelman at the beginning of the year. They had probably the worst defense, or one of the worst defenses, and they've only lost, I believe, 2 games this year. And you want to tell me Carson?
We have the best record in it. We have the best midseason MVP right now.
Y'all have the best
quarterback. What?
Y'all have the best record because of that overall, the defense, all of that. Tom Brady has nothing, and he's 1 game behind y'all.
Listen, when we see Tom Brady in the Super Bowl and we knock them off, what's that say right there?
Super Bowl.
I don't know what that says, because I don't. What are you talking about, Super Bowl? Y'all haven't even played Dallas yet.
Super Bowl.
Wait. So wait a minute. So 7. Just hear me out, right? Next week, is Dallas going to beat us?
Yes.
You crazy, 7? Just because. Wait a minute. We're going to clear this up right now, right, 7? Is Tom Brady or is Wentz better than Flacco?
No. He's having a better year than Flacco, but he's not better than Flacco. He's having a better season.
You crazy.
This year, he's better than Flacco, but we talk about overall?
We're talking about a Super Bowl MVP that can make all the throws. Come on, man. Don't disrespect Joe Flacco like that. Carson Wentz is having a good year. You're being a prisoner of the moment, man. You're being a prisoner of the moment.
That's what I'm saying. Isn't this Carson Wentz 2nd year?
Thank you.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You say he's better than Joe? What the
But see, this is what you got to understand, Grail. Rogers coming off of having quarterbacks like Sam Bradford and Tim Tebow as the quarterback before picking up this guy. So he's not really used to having a decent quarterback since the days of Mike Vick and Donovan McNabb. It's been a minute. So Carson Wentz is their savior right now. Get out of here.
Yeah, that weapon front type shit.
Unbelievable. But let's get into the predictions, man. Week 10 of the NFL, man. Let's get it started. We got the New Orleans Saints versus the Buffalo Bills. Now, there are a lot of things that can trip up the Saints this week. The Buffalo Bills, their defense is definitely solid. NFL leading 2.1 takeaways per game. LaShawn McCoy and Tyrod Taylor, great when it comes to running the football in bad weather conditions. But Drew Brees has been on one. I'm not going to lie. Since their 6-game win streak began in week number 3, the Saints have the NFL's number 1 pass defense and the number 2 defense overall. So it's not like the Saints are as worse as they were before. I'm going with the Saints over Buffalo, 24-20. What about you, Raj?
Yeah, I'm going with the Saints over the Bills.
Saints over the Bills?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. Now this is in Buffalo. What about you, Grail? You going with the Saints as well over Buffalo?
Drew Brees about to smoke Tyrod Taylor.
Wow. All right. Got a clean sweep. Got New Orleans over Buffalo. Next up, we got the Aaron Rodgers-less Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. Of course, this is not going to be your typical Packers-Bears game. There hasn't been a Packers-Bears game since 1991 where either Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre didn't start. Second of all, it's the first matchup in which both teams have just a 500 or below 500 record since 2003. This is in Chicago. I'm going with the Bears to beat the Packers. The Packers just don't look like they can win a game without Aaron Rodgers. I'm going 24-14, Bears over the Packers. What about you, Grail?
It's about to be a long day for Brett Hundley, bro. 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. Not looking good.
Not at all.
About Chicago.
Yeah, you know what? I can't argue with y'all. I got Chicago.
No, I'm not totally sold on the Bears' defense.
Me neither. I'm not neither, but Brett Hundley, bro?
What about Mitchell Trubisky?
Who?
Mitchell Trubisky, the quarterback for... I mean,
better than Brett Hundley, though.
As long as he doesn't self-destruct with turnovers, I agree. I think the Bears will be fine.
What?
We got the Cleveland Browns versus the Detroit Lions. The Lions are 1-3 historically in games in which they are facing a team that is 0-8 or worse. The Cleveland Browns, of course, have not won a game, but Detroit does not play well, it seems like, historically versus teams that haven't won games. So I don't think that's going to be the case. I still got Matt Stafford and company knocking out Cleveland 24-6 at home.
No, I got Detroit over Cleveland. Stafford is going to, you know what I mean? Stafford's going to do his thing. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If the bull was there, they'd be all right, but...
Who?
Listen. Yeah. Listen, man. I'm going to tell y'all now. Stafford is going to explode this week.
That might be true, but I think that you lose sight on the defense of Detroit. The Lions' pass defense, they had 10 interceptions, and they have forced 10 fumbles, recovering 6 so far this year. And going up against the rookie Deshaun Kaiser, I mean, they could get mad turnovers this Sunday. Like, it could be an ugly game in Detroit.
I don't know, man. I got Stafford, you know what I mean? Stafford winning.
He has been on a tear. He should put up at least 250 yards. What about you, Grail? Who you got between the Lions and the Browns?
I got Stafford and the Lions, 28-10.
Okay. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the Steelers' passing game is hoping for more bounce in the season's second half. Big Ben Roethlisberger has really not been that impressive to me, but I do think that they won't have a problem even on the road beating the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going 24-10, Pittsburgh over Indianapolis.
Whoa. I like that. I'm going with Pittsburgh.
I believe the last, Indianapolis has allowed 124 points in back-to-back losses to Pittsburgh. And in those 3 games that they played Pittsburgh, I think Big Ben had over 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. That's crazy numbers against that team. So I think he plays exceptionally well against the Colts, and then they don't have no Andrew Luck. He's done for the year, so what can the Colts do?
Yeah, Colts is in trouble. In the end, too, they just let go their cornerback that they had.
Who? Well, I know they just put Andrew Luck on the IR for the season. The Colts have 0 sacks in 3 games.
All right, man. It's going to be a long night for the Colts.
31st ranked defense. And last in the NFL points allowed.
It's going to be a long night for them. Antonio Brown and them is coming to put something down. They're going to do something. It's going to be nasty.
You going with the Steelers as well, Grail?
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I haven't seen nothing crazy impressive from Roethlisberger, but it's nothing that Jacoby Brissett could do with the Steelers, bro. I got the Steelers.
Right.
Something probably nasty, probably like a 3-touchdown victory. Something.
Got you. It's the best of 7 Sports Talk, T7N Radio, 7 Mitchell, man. We locked in talking NFL Week 10 predictions. Next up, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the LA Chargers. Now, Phillip Rivers has owned the Jaguars in his career, 6-1, over 2,100 yards, 19 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions. But this is definitely a significantly better defense for Jacksonville. I got the Jaguars beating the Chargers 24-17.
Hey, I'll go with you on that. I got the Jaguars beating the Chargers.
Now, one thing I am scared about, Blake Bortles. He's been playing better, but he's thrown 5 interceptions against the Chargers in the past 3 games. So he doesn't play great against this team.
I agree with you on that. Like, I feel Blake Bortles is horrible. Like, quarterback-wise, Philly Rivers is way better by a long shot. But that Jacksonville defense, Stacksonville, as they want to call it, they're going to make Philly Rivers sometimes. Philly Rivers sometimes could be the interception master. So I'm riding with Jacksonville.
Word. We got the Jets and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week against the Bills. The Jets running backs had combined for an impressive 194 yards rushing. The Buccaneers are surrendering 117 yards rushing per game. That's 22nd in the league. The Jets pretty much can run all over Tampa Bay, and I think that's what's going to happen. 27-21. I'm going with the Jets over the Buccaneers. What about you, Raj?
I'm going with the Jets. I'm going with the Jets over the Bucs because the Bucs don't got whatchamacallit this week. They don't got Mike Evans.
Yep. Suspended. Mike Evans suspended.
Oh, yeah. And Jameis is out too, ain't
he? Yeah, Jameis is out.
Who you got, Grill? You going with the Jets as well?
I got the Jets because this is going to be nothing but Josh McCown against garbage Ryan Fitzpatrick. I got the Jets.
Up next, the Tennessee Titans, who are on a 3-game winning streak, in which their defense is feasting on struggling offenses, is going to be locked in against one of the most struggling offenses in the NFL, the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going with the Titans to beat Cincinnati 21-10.
Whoa.
Who you got?
I got the Titans over the Bengals at home.
All right.
I mean, the Bengals offense is 32nd ranked, so they can't put up no points. You got Murray in the backfield. You got Mariota at the quarterback. I think they can score. I don't see Cincinnati putting up more than 14 points. So I'm going with the Titans at home. Who you got, Raj?
I'm going with the Titans.
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like Mariota going to score. Canelo Alvarez's brother, Andy Dalton.
Next up, we got the Minnesota Vikings versus the Washington Redskins. Now, coming off of a bye week, the Minnesota Vikings is pretty much well rested. They ride in a 4-game winning streak. Case Keenum remains the starting quarterback, but Teddy Bridgewater is now active. Things are pretty much looking up for the Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins and company, they've had a difficult schedule for the first 8 weeks. And I just don't think it's going to stop. I got the Vikings over the Redskins 24-17. Who you got between the Redskins and Vikings, Grill?
Yeah, that Minnesota defense, that's just A1.
They serious, man.
And
that's facts.
Cousins ain't really showed me nothing. He ain't really impressed me really like nothing. He did all right last week, but it ain't going to be enough. I got Minnesota. Probably like, I don't know, 20-10.
Okay. What about you, Raj? Who you got between the Vikings and Redskins?
I got Minnesota.
Minnesota? Okay. We got the Houston Texans, who are now without Deshaun Watson, who's out for the rest of the season, going up against the LA Rams, one of the surprise teams in the NFL. The Rams are healthy and rolling, winning their past 2 games by a combined score of 84-17. That offense is on point, going to remain the same. I'm going 35-20 Rams over the Texans. What about you, Raj? Who you got?
I'm going with the Rams over the Texans.
Yeah, because one thing that Tom Savage is trash. I got like 35%.
It's going to be damn near impossible for Savage any Savage-led team to outscore Los Angeles, man. So they can't put up enough numbers.
Right. Exactly.
It's going to be a blowout. All right. Next up, NFL Week 10, we got the Atlanta Falcons locked in versus America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Even with Ezekiel Elliott being out, the Cowboys believe their running game can still handle their business. Cowboys have been looking sharp. We can't front on them. I am not impressed with Atlanta. Plain and simple, I'm going with the Cowboys, even without Double E, to win this matchup, 28-23 over the Atlanta Falcons. Who you got, Raj, between the Cowboys and the Falcons? I know you need the Cowboys to lose, but realistically, who you got?
I'm going with Atlanta. I'm going with Atlanta because you got to realize, I feel as though, now this is just me, Ezekiel's the main part of that Cowboys offense. Without Ezekiel, the Cowboys might get exposed.
All I know is, according to the FPI, a loss Sunday against Dallas drops the Falcons' chances of making the playoffs to 9%. That's crazy. What about you, Grail? Who you got between the Falcons and the Cowboys this week?
I mean, like, everybody act like because Zeke's not going to be playing that this is an easy victory for the Falcons, and it's definitely not. Let's not forget anything. The Falcons got smoked by the Dolphins with Jay Cutler, so nothing is easy. I got Dak Prescott taking this.
And Dak is having a way better year this year even than last year, even though the record was better last year. I think Dak is definitely coming into his own. We got the Giants at the 49ers. Giants players anonymously are calling out their coach McAdoo, saying that he lost the team, clearly struggling. I believe they won in 1-7 or something like that. The Giants are just off. They facing the 49ers this week. I'm going with San Fran 17-16. It's going to be a close one, but I got San Francisco winning it at home against the Giants. What about you, Grail? Who you got?
Giants is horrible, but 49ers is just as horrible, or maybe more horrible. I got the Giants.
You got the Giants? Wow. Giants 49ers, Raj. Who you got?
I'm going with Grills, man. To me, this is the battle of the bums. I'm going with the Giants.
Yeah, the Niners are banged up. New York is also banged up. This is going to be an ugly game. I'm not even going to lie. It's going to be an ugly game.
Yo, San Francisco quarterback, though?
Who?
Oh, dude. CJ, I forgot his last name.
CJ Beathard. Beathard.
Horrible.
Next up, we got the Denver Broncos versus Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Now, the Broncos are in a 4-game losing streak, their longest since 2010. With a win on Sunday, Bill Belichick will tie Tom Landry for third on the all-time list for coaches. Turnovers are key in every game. Denver is tied for last in the NFL in turnovers. I'm going with the Patriots over the Broncos, 28-21. What about you, Raj? Who you got?
Well, especially, I don't know. I mean, I'm going with the Patriots, but I don't know, man. I got a feeling, even though we just put 51 up on the Broncos, I think the Patriots might do worse than what we did.
So you going with Denver?
I don't know. I'm going with Patriots.
Oh, okay. Raj, who you got?
I said the Patriots, Evan.
I mean, not Raj. I'm sorry, Grail.
Yo, it seemed like every week the Broncos rely too much on their defense because Trevor Siemian is just tremendous amounts of bags of trash, and it's just not going to work. And even if they take him out, they put Osweiler in. If they take Osweiler out and put Paxton Lynch in, it's still going to be the same outcome. It don't matter. They're going to still get smoked.
John Elway is not walking through that door in the number 7 uniform. Not at all.
They can go get, try to bring back fucking Tim Tebow, whatever. It's not going to work.
Last but not least, man, we got the Miami Dolphins locked there versus the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers have already beaten quarterbacks Tom Brady and Matt Ryan and Matthew Stafford this year. Next up, it's your boy, Jay Cutler.
Oh, man.
I don't know. The Dolphins are 0-2 in primetime games, but maybe they'll step it up. I'm going with an upset right now. I'm going with Miami to upset Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers, 23-13.
Hey, wait a minute, Seven. You need a drug test real quick, man.
I'm going with Cutler.
Just by what you just said, man. I'm Carolina. Listen, Cam is going to explode on the Dolphins. I'm going with Carolina, man.
What about the rest of the team?
Yeah, look at the running backs they got. I'm going with, listen, like I said, I'm going with Carolina.
I'm not convinced. What about you, Grail? Miami Dolphins, Carolina Panthers, Jay Cutler, Cam Newton. What we doing?
Seb, you're being disrespectful for even thinking that Miami has anything for Carolina. Every time Jay Chicken Cutler say hype, Luke Kuechly gonna be back there looking like he sees steak, like this is a Ruth Chris dinner.
Y'all act like this man can't make all the throws. He can get rid of that football.
Hey, Summer. Who does Carolina got on their D-line, though? Don't they got Peppers on their D-line?
Julius Peppers? Really?
Yeah.
You can keep that
argument. Have you ever seen somebody get $10 million a year for nothing?
It's been a minute.
Yo, you about to watch?
No. D Wade is getting paid. D Wade is getting paid. Well, no, D Wade is only getting paid $2 million. I'm sorry.
Best of 7 Sports Talk with 7 Mitchell on T7M Radio every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. 347-989-8102, and follow us on social media, T7M Radio on YouTube.